What the fuck is this?
How's it going, lads and ladies? I hope you're keeping well. My background is not supposed to be black like that, but regardless, before I go into the technical issues that I'm apparently about to suffer from, let me say hello to everyone who's in the chat. Mr. Jackpot, he's moist from all the news we got today. We have Polish Paul himself in the chat saying, best day ever. Xavier Desau is here. How are you doing, Xavier Desau? And Osama Allah says, hello guys. I hope you're all keeping well. And Decepticon himself has just joined the party. Let's see if we can fix this issue. It was working fine before I went to that scene, and then I changed the scene. And this whole thing changed for some reason. Let me, if I just refresh the browser. It was supposed to be on the browser. Okay, did that work? I think that worked. Nice. Okay. Barely any technical issues. Barely. Alright, let me just give that a full screen. Stretch the screen. There we go. A little bit better. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, today was, for some reason, out of nowhere, a momentous day for PSVR 1. Not, well, momentous is maybe an exaggeration. But for everyone who thought that maybe PSVR 1 was dead, was finished, that we're going to have to wait until 18 months for PSVR 2 with nothing to look forward to in the meantime, even though we already knew about a bunch of games, Sony came along, teamed up with a bunch of these developers and gave us 6 announcements today. I believe they said that there was going to be 6 new announcements, although we did know about a few of these. Still, there was at least 3 of them that I had no idea about. So let's start with the order we got them in, shall we? Donnie is here. How you doing, Donnie? Sup, you bums? Smash the thumb or get banned. Thank you, Donnie. Appreciate that enthusiasm. Getting that lunch on. Dastardly Donnie in the house. He's got a crazy new name. I don't know what's going on with that new name. Polish Paul says, where you get this transparent jumper from? It's an Irish jumper. We're a very poor country, Paul, so we can't afford to have all the threads. So we have these semi-transparent clothing options instead. Fozzie Bear is here. How you doing, Fozzie? And Pete Hawkins is here. Pete, the Mofo P. Love you, mate. How you doing, Pete Hawkins? I'm quite fond of you too, but I won't go as far as to say I love you. There's some boundaries I don't want to cross, Pete. And I know you're into reptiles. First things first, hopefully this is all going to work. I guess I can keep an eye on us here. I would be wary of my laptop and this browser. So the first thing we got was Doom 3 Virtual Reality Edition for PSVR. I don't know a huge amount about Doom. Like the very first Doom I played, Doom 2016, had a good time. Doom Virtual fucking Reality, of course, or VF4, as they say on the streets, came out a couple of years after that, or a year or two, or whatever it was. A lot of people liked that game. I bought it myself, never boosted it up once, but I will now, I guess. This is going to get me in some Doom mood. But that Doom 2016 game was a reboot kind of, so this Doom 3, was this like the last of the original Dooms? I don't think there was a 4, was there? Only thing I remember about this game is that it seemed to have like a completely different atmosphere. It was way more horror. Like the Dooms before us and the Dooms after were kind of like just shooting, action, maybe kind of comedy, like comedic, how brutal you were being in those games. Whereas this one kind of seemed a bit more horror. Which of course, and it says it right here, action horror. I guess we'll just read through it, see all the information. We'll do that for all of these things. Transparent jumper, Ireland exclusive skin. Exactly, you got to pre-order Petrifying Pumpkins to get this jumper. Spencer Saito is here. How you doing? And he's moist. He's spitting moisture. Polish Paul says, Doom 3 VR baby. Polish Paul is happy with Doom 3. I'm glad to hear it. Peepo is here. How you doing, Peepo? I hope this gets a PSVR 2 version. Doom 3 is really fun. Decepticon says, play it. I will. I guess I'll stream it when I get a chance. I love Doom VF4. I know I'm in the minority, says Fozzie. I get a lot of people recommending I should try it. I know people say maybe you should go for the moves instead of the aim controller. Because of that weird thing that I keep hearing about, but I've never actually experienced myself. That's really put me off, that the aim controller version is supposedly bad. But anyway, Doom 3 is amazing. I put like 1,000 hours in this speed running. Jesus. Okay, let's read what it's all about then, shall we? Take a trip to Mars you won't soon forget with the power of PlayStation VR and Doom 3 VR Edition. The game arrives March 29th, which is not long at all. What is that, 26 days away? So this has to be that game. I did a video about this, or I mentioned this in a PSVR news updates a few weeks ago, where, was it Bethesda or id? I can't remember which one, but they had a trademark for a virtual reality title, and it was like Project A 2021 or something like that. This has to be that. That would be my assumption. Anyway, so it's coming out for both PlayStation 4, and you can play it on backwards compatibility on PlayStation 5. So take your aim controller. That's cool. Let's highlight that because that's important. Aim support. People are going to be asking about this, even though they say it right here. So take your aim controller in hand, put on your PSVR headset, and step into the armored boots of the Doom Marine. Fight for your life as one of the few survivors left in a UAC facility overrun by demons. I guess we'll watch this trailer here. Do you think it'll work? Will it crash? It's my laptop. Minus is here. How you doing, Minus? Donnie, pre-order on the hidden PP merch size. Polish Paul says aim is wired and must have meant weird in Doom VR4. I keep hearing that. Doom is great, says Jackbot. The flat Doom that came out last is one of the best games. You mean Eternal? Minus says yo. Pete says how was 1000 hours a freaking speed run? It's a sloth run. Minus says smoke that weed up. And Dear Donnie with the pumpkin and the moisture. How you doing, Dear Donnie? You're not even impersonating anyone today, Dear Donnie. That's strange. Let's play this. Maybe you're being Polish Paul, actually. Maybe that's not the real Polish Paul. I'm not going to full screen this because I'm scared of what will happen. Oh, hold on a sec. That's coming out of my speakers. Maybe I should put on headphones. Give me a sec. Let me just get the spiders out of this. Make sure this is set to that. Okay. Let me start from the beginning. Hopefully you guys can hear it too. If you can't, it's only 37 seconds. Okay. So, fuck off. Straight away I've got questions about, like, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but this does look dated. As in, like, the textures and whatnot, the models and stuff. But I understand this game came out, like, a long time ago. Is this like a PS3 era title? You know? A classic reborn in virtual reality. Chainsaw. Nice. Spooky. Heartbeats. Includes both expansions, The Lost Mission and Resurrection of Evil. PlayStation. Okay. So yeah, it does look kind of dated. I know I shouldn't, like, I'm not putting that down as a negative because I've played games like Rec Room where that game doesn't even have graphics. You just have to use your imagination in that game. So I'm not going to talk too much shit about this. And I'm sure it looks better in the headset itself. But just keeping that in mind, whatever year this game actually came out in, they haven't remade it from the ground up or anything, it seems. But still a nice surprise. Fingers crossed stream doesn't crash. Thank you, Donnie. VR Slayer, how you doing? What's up, dude? How you been? I've been good, VR Slayer. Hope you've been well. Dear Donnie says it's been a while, and then an alien emoji. What's he implying? Spencer can hear us. Nice. And thank you, Donnie, as well, for letting me know. Jackbot says just relax. Decepticon says strawberry badlands, whatever that means. Spencer Saito says looks good. Not mad at that, says Minus. Minus is happy with that. Co-op, question mark? I don't believe so. Polish Paul says looks great. Don't say it's dated. I want to know what year this came out in. Because I feel like it's a 2005, 6 PC game. From that era, maybe. Not that there's anything wrong with that, you know. I mean, If you told me I could play GTA 4 as it looks right now on PS3 in virtual reality, I'd be like, fine, give it to me. I'll take that. No problem. So I don't want to talk shit about the graphics. All I'm saying is it's not blowing me away visually, you know? However, the gameplay looks like it's going to be fun, especially horror, virtual reality, spooky, you know? All that good stuff. Minus says, we know you've played Rec Room. Well, the cops don't know, so don't tell them. The Viewer Slayer says, what's up, Polish Paul? PSVR on top of the world, says Christopher Hart. Christopher Hart happy with today's announcements. It seems, is what I tried to say. Invest in a second monitor to read chat, says Dear Donny. Dear Donny, if I use my phone to read the chat, then that's an extra view. So, you know, I'm playing 4D chess. Let's go, says Christopher Hart. 2005. There you go. So, yeah. So it looks good for a 2005 game. How's that for a compliment for its visuals? Chris is moist. Needs a new PC before he gets double monitor. That's true as well. I 100% do. Anyway, let's keep reading. So, Doom 3 Viewer Edition features Doom 3 and its expansions, Resurrection of Evil and The Lost Mission. I have no idea like how substantial those expansions are. I've never played this game before, so somebody in the chat might have to tell me. So the whole thing's been retooled for PSVR technology. Uncover the secrets of the UAC's unholy experiments. Encounter uncanny monstrosities in claustrophobic environments. And wield an arsenal of iconic and even otherworldly weaponry and new textures. With new textures, shaders, and sound effects as you survive against the forces of hell across over 15 hours of heart-stopping action. So I guess I was lying. They have added new textures and new shaders and sound effects and stuff. So there has been a glow up, as they would say, but probably more closer to a remaster than a remake, if you know what I mean. There's only so much polish you can put on GTA San Andreas, if you know what I'm saying. Feel even closer to the terror with all new VR enhancements that allow you to peer around corners, angling your shots with flashlight mounted weapons using motion controls, 180-degree quick turn functionality to catch demons sneaking up from behind. That's nice, I like that. And an immersive wrist mounted display to track your health, armor, and ammo. Okay, handy, nice VR stuff. Combined with the original Doom 3's critically acclaimed blend of action and horror gameplay. Was it critically acclaimed? I remember this game kind of getting mixed reception. Like, that's the whole reason the series kind of stopped with this game, didn't it? And they had to reboot it. Maybe, like, over time, people have become more fond of it, but I remember people kind of complaining about it at the time. I could be completely wrong. Anyway, virtual reality fans are in for one hell of an experience with Doom 3 Virtual Reality Edition. So that's what they opened with, which was pretty hype, because it came out of nowhere as well. I kind of wish they gave a heads up so that I could have prepared. Like, it would have been nice to live stream. It was what? I think they released an announcement every half hour, so it was like 2.5 hours. I could have streamed that. That would have been cool. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Get to the Chopper is here. He says, what a day for the PSVR faithful. Indeed it is. He recognizes what's going on. Decepticon says it'll be on par with Skyrim. I think it might even be a little bit more dazed than Skyrim. Slightly. Christopher Hart says, sup. Agrees on the... Donnie agrees with me on the dazed visuals. Oh, being thumbs up. Being okay, I guess that's what that means. Viewer Slayer says, I just want PSVR Beat Saber multiplayer to hurry up. Yeah, that's something that we've been waiting for a long time. Fingers crossed soon. Razorblade, how you doing? How does this compare to Doom VF4? I'm pretty sure Doom VF4 looks a lot better than this. However, this sounds like it's going to play a lot better. Well, it looks like it plays better. But it's got the full 15-hour campaign plus, you know, these 2 expansions. It's going to have proper aim controller support. I think they added like bootleg aim controller support to Doom VF4. So it was weird. So for that reason alone, I would imagine this is probably going to be the better one of the 2. But I'll know for myself when I play them both. Polish Paul, got to go. See you later, pal. Take it easy, Paul. Take it sleazy. Doom 3 is coming to PSVR, says Alexis Diaz. Yes, it is. Doom 3 VR Edition. Exciting news. And we've got more news, Alexis Diaz. Deej is here. Oi, oi, oi. How you doing, Deej? Buy the other PP. Merry PSVR Xmas, says Deej. I know, it's crazy. What a crazy day. And Get to the Chopper says, I played Doom 3 VR on Quest and it was bloody awesome, and that was a mod port. This is the full work, so it should be real good for y'all. I hope so. I nearly threw up in my mouth there when I had to read out the Quest. So yeah. Yeah, listen. This is exciting. This was a nice one to open the announcements with because it came out of nowhere. It's a big name. I know it's an old game, but it's still a big name. And hopefully, like what I'd like to happen is people would take notice. It's like, hey, these games from, 2005, maybe we can like rework a few things and re-release them on PSVR and, give them a new lease of life. As I was just saying, GTA 4, 2008, pretty sure they could probably move a few ones and zeros around and get that thing working on a PSVR headset. So that was the first announcement, Doom. That was a pretty good announcement. I give that a nice solid 7.5 out of 10 on the moisture scale. The next one was this one. This one was a brand new announcement. Came out of nowhere. Never heard of it before. Never even heard of the studio before, I don't think. We will go through it though, right after these commercial breaks. Polish Paul was dogging in his last videos. Is Fuzzy there? Okay. Damn. Is this a new technique where like Polish Paul is paying people to like put clickbaits in other people's chats so that you have to go and watch these videos? Because that's what I want to do. Quest makes me sick as well, says Donnie. Moistifer Heart. Really hyped for the survival game. Oh yeah, that's what this is, survival game. We'll get into it. We'll get into it right now, actually. So, they said, embrace the primal wilderness of PSVR survival game Song in the Smoke. So that's what it's called, Song in the Smoke. I guess we'll watch the trailer first, seeing as they put it up here. Hold on to your hats. PlayStation VR game. Lions, black lions, green eyes. We've got trees. What is that, a ghost or a sheep of some kind? Dinosaurs. So 17-bit is the name of the studio. Character designed by Katsuya Terada. I don't know who that is, but his art looks nice. So that's an example of a bit of crafting. But the crafting is not kind of the shitty crafting that you would see in most crafting games where you just press a button, you actually do the action, and it turns into the craftable material that you want or whatever. So that's how you make an arrowhead. That seems pretty cool. Footprints. He's tracking something. And he's hunting the ghost. And now he's harvesting its meat. And making a fire, cooking the meat. I mean, this is all good stuff. Reminds me a lot of Shadow Legends right now. Now we're getting into some dangerous territory. Song in the Smoke, coming 2021. PlayStation. That looked really cool. That looked cool. Hey, whoa, what happened? Don't do that again. That looks pretty sick. I think survival games are kind of like making a... Well, it's not like they ever went away, but they're making a little bit of a resurgence thanks to this Valheim game on PC that everyone's talking about. So this is kind of given, like that had kind of given me an itch for a game like that, and now this game looks like it's going to scratch that itch for me. I like how detailed it was. It wasn't just your basic, pressing buttons in menus. You actually have to act out the acts to perform these things. So hunting was a whole process of making the arrowhead, tracking down the ghost, killing the ghost, taking its meat, making a fire, cooking it at the fire, then eating it to get whatever benefits it gives you, probably health or whatever. And it has an interesting looking world, interesting looking enemy design, some kind of spooky looking areas at nighttime. Maybe it gets a bit tense at night or whatever. So that looks pretty damn cool. Decepticon says, I have hope we'll get the good remakes on the 2. But I think even the 1 could handle remakes like that one. Like, that's pretty old. Doom 3, if you know what I mean. Like 2005, 6, 7, whatever. That era of games. You would imagine PSVR 1 could handle that kind of stuff. But you're right. I think we'll see a lot of that stuff with the PSVR 2. Deej says, very surprised Poker Stars didn't get mentioned. What's going on? Good question, Deej. But at the same time, it was kind of like we have all these 6 things to look forward to, and Poker Stars is on top of that. I kind of liked that we didn't, like, well, okay. So the last one was After the Fall. We knew that game existed already, so it wasn't a new announcement. But it was nice to hear more about it, you know? Still, I am also, you know, wishing I could just play Poker Stars, you know, have it downloaded, ready to go when I'm able to stream again and play it. That would be very nice. Song in the Smoke, this is for the Wheaties fans, says Donnie. Exactly. Alexis Diaz says, I can't believe another Doom. Yeah, let's go PSVR. Exactly, Alexis. PSVR for life. Yo, get the tattoos. Love the style of that, says Donnie. Did Minus make that game? Alright, so let's read about this game, shall we? How will you survive the night? This is by Rich McCormick from 17-bit. Producer at 17-bit. The sun is setting, and the dense trees are casting long shadows across the forest. My fire is fading. 2. Its light flickering. That's kind of worded. I don't like the comma. The comma shouldn't be there. Its light flickering in the gloom. From the bushes, I hear a growl, low and hungry. I have one question. How do I survive the night? That's the same question we at 17-bit want you to ask yourself while you're playing our brand new viewer survival game, Song in the Smoke, coming to PSVR in 2021. And we get a nice picture there of the bow in action. Interesting, kind of looks like counting marks. I wonder, is that like a HUD element or is that just design of the bow? Song in the Smoke's world is a beautiful yet deadly one, but unfortunately it also gives the player a range of options to keep themselves alive for another day. I think I said unfortunately when I meant fortunately. I cycle through them quickly as the monster in the bushes comes closer. I could craft a stronger weapon. I have a tree branch and could take my knife to it. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. My eyes are failing me. I'm sorry. Give me that at 125%, please. Where was I? I have a tree branch and could take my knife to it, carve it down into the perfect shape for a new bow before stringing it with sinew that I dried yesterday. Or should I break the wood, snapping it in two with the motion of my hands? So you break wood, you snap wood in half, I guess. Before burning it for vital warmth. Okay, so warmth is going to be a key factor in this. Might be a meter for keeping yourself warm or whatever. Hoping that the flames last all night and keep whatever is stalking me at bay. So perhaps light fire will keep creatures away at nighttime. Agree with Chopper. Is Chopper here? I don't see Chopper. Oh, get to the Chopper. Lasering off tattoos hurts more than getting the tattoos, says Chopper. You would know. You would know, you absolute treacherous swine. Treasonous. I can't wait to play this, says Christopher Hart. Agrees with Chopper. Razorblade says, how about GoldenEye in VR? That'd be cool. PP's old man. PP's an old man. Exactly, I am. Okay. I mean, I think we get the gist of this here, don't we? Well, I guess he's explaining gameplay stuff too. I could turn the tables by trying to hunt what is hunting me. I can hide from the beast, so stealth. And then find it by tracking its scent and following its footprints. I do like the idea of just following its footprints. I guess I want to know how big this open world is. Well, it didn't even say open world, did it? So I guess I want to know how big the world is. How big are these levels? Is it open world? What's going on, you know? Taking the time to crouch and sharpen my senses in the cover of long grass before lining up a shot with my bow and loosing an arrow into its heart. Or maybe I should explore, try to find a new camping spot before the sun goes down. I saw a strange green glow on the top of a cliff yesterday. But night was closing in and I needed to go back to the warmth of my fire. There's still some daylight, so I could climb that rock face and uncover its mysteries, taking a torch to light my way and scare off the beasts of the night. So torches and fire seem to scare off the black lions at nighttime. Survive or die. The first priority is always survival in the Song of Smoke. This means hunting and scavenging for food to stave off hunger, and it means choosing safe campsite locations to sleep at to avoid exhaustion. So sleep is another thing. So, I mean, you got to keep a lot of things in mind here, it seems. It also means concocting antidotes and healing tonics for poison and injuries. Damn. So now there's like an injury and poison, like health system. Reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 3, maybe. As well as staying warm, crafting clothes and building fires as I move from forest through plateaus to frozen peaks. So it sounds really like legit, like simulation-y kind of. Obviously not simulation-y, but you know what I mean. There's like a lot to keep in mind in this, it seems. Important. What did I miss? You missed Doom 3, and now we're on the second game, which is A Song in the Smoke, a survival game. Alexis Diaz says, it will suck if can't play mostly PSVR games on the PS5. It's mostly PSVR games on the PS5. I don't know what you mean. Chopper says, I always light a fire next to my bed at night to ward off pumpkins from sneaking into my bed. Well, now listen. You've given me like time to prepare. Will I bring a bucket of water with me now to quench the flames? You know, I've got options now. It also means defending myself against attacks from the predators that share this world with me. A few predators in the chat right now, if you know what I'm saying. Song in the Smoke's beasts move with a weight that's only possible in VR. I wonder what they mean by that. They move with a weight that's only possible in virtual reality. I think that could be marketing buzzword talk. And their attacks feel like being hit by a furry train. No, thank you. Oh my god, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be hit with the furry train. Disgusting. But while they've got their teeth and claws, I've got a weapon of my own. A crafted club that I can use to block and parry their attacks. Facing down 200 kg of angry lion isn't easy. But if I time my deflection just right, I can disorientate the beast long enough to escape his attention. So, does that sound like maybe a parry system or something? Or I could even strike back, swinging my club with my move controller to send him running for safety with his tail between his legs. If I'm really lucky, my blow might take him down for good, allowing me to plunder his corpse for trophies and other valuable resources. So we're talking combat as well. Hands-on survival. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous world, but thanks to PSVR, my survival is put into my own two hands. I eat by bringing food to my real-life mouth. Turn herbs into tonics by mashing them with tools and pouring them into containers. She's mashing it. It's very good. And carve wood by taking a knife to its surface. Man, there's going to be like so many interactions. It's like Shadow Legends, but cranked up to like a whole game just based on those interactions, I hope. When I need to defend myself or hunt for my dinner, then I can also rely on human instincts. Firing a bow feels natural. Pull the string with my move controllers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we've seen that before. If I miss, then my prey will be spooked and I've wasted an arrow. If I want to eat properly, I'll need a fire after I've built a pit. So you got to do a pit first. I smash 2 rocks together, hoping for the spark to ham. You got to smash 2 rocks together. Before building my precious campfire slowly, tending its embers to become a roaring flame. This sounds pretty incredible, to be honest. With enough fuel, I can keep it burning through the night, warding off the creatures that call the dark their home and ensuring I wake up fully rested. What do you think about that so far? Need to adjust the rabbit ears on your shirt, says important. Get to the Chopper says, Song in the Smoke furry promoter confirmed. We've got to get rid of him. Do not buy this game. Boycott it. Deej says, hey Chopper, when you getting... Oh, sorry, that's not for me. Looking at your shirt is like trying to watch the Spice Channel. What the hell is the Spice Channel? Are you afraid of the dark? Man, this goes on, doesn't it? When I'm feeling braver, I can capture some of the fire with the torch and venture out into the dark. Some of the most valuable rewards will be found under the cover of darkness, but I've got to be careful. Night, as it was to our distant ancestors, is a real danger, and I'm not the only one. Padding through the depths of the forest for far past my bedtime. Predators lurk in the gloom, watching from the shadows cast by my flickering torch. They're joined by something else as well, something truly primal that stalks the midnight hours. There you go, something more interesting. I want to see something more dangerous than just animals would be cool. And it sounds like it's there. But as I explore my environment, start to learn its secrets, track down blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. I can craft better weapons, build tanning and drying racks to upgrade my items, and outfit myself with warmer and stronger clothes. When I'm ready, I can start to make plans to move on to the next zone. So zones. I wonder, is that how the world is divided. I wonder how big zones are. Towards the mysterious giant tree in the distance, spurred on by visions of a strange shaman who seems to dwell in another world. At first glance, the world of Song in the Smoke is like our own, but spend some time in its starkly beautiful spaces, and the strangeness becomes apparent. Deer drink at watering holes alongside dangerous purple-feathered bipeds. Odd weasel creatures frolic through foliage before disappearing into an undergrowth. And venture further in your journey, you might catch a glimpse of a beast so large it looks more like a lumbering boulder. Your journey may seem like a solitary one, but if you're lucky, you'll also spy some friendly souls to guide you on the path, or the remnants of people who may have come before. This game is going to be one of those games that makes me wish this co-op. Choose life. Every time you play Song in the Smoke, we want you to be asking yourself these same questions. Should I craft a new bow or make do with the old faithful? Is this the perfect campsite, or should I pack up and move into the cave on the cliffside? Am I ready to fight that strange shimmering monster that I saw stalking just over the ridgeline? And most important of all, how do I survive in Song in the Smoke? The choice is yours. Damn, that was a nice 16,000 word essay this guy wrote. But it was unique, you know. He kind of wrote as in he's the character in the game or whatever. And it did give a lot of details about the kind of stuff you'll be doing. So I guess that was kind of cool. And it just had me excited because everything about this game sounds like Shadow Legends taken to a 11. You know, cranked up to 11. Taken to new heights. Auntie says, evening all. Evening, Auntie. How you doing? Alexis Diaz, can you play all PSVR games on the PS5? That's what I'm asking. Oh, sorry. You can play most of them. There's like a select few that you can't. But I believe it's a very small list. I think Werewolves Within is one of those games, though, actually. But I haven't tested it yet. Chopper says, this survivalist is dead by now. Writing all of this is taking away their time from actually surviving. It's nighttime. He closes his diary. It's nighttime. There's a lion looking right at him. Any time for me? Oh, sorry. What a mouthful. It says Donnie. Every night, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, Donnie. Alright, so that's 2 down. This one is next. Fracked. This one, also brand new announcement, came out of nowhere. This could be the highlight, maybe. This looks like a lot of fun. It's the end of the fracking world by Steve Watt, creative director at End Dreams Limited. So, grab your PS Move. Sorry, I already fucked it up. Grab your PSVR and Move controllers. A true trailblazing, made for VR action adventure is coming this summer. Okay, so we know it's coming this summer. We have a window. Fracked seamlessly combines fast-paced, one-to-one run and cover gunplay with exhilarating free running, skiing, which is kind of fucking random, and climbing that has never been seen before on virtual reality. You can check out the teaser trailer here, and I believe we shall. 52 seconds. All these trailers are super short. So start off with some skiing. Oh no. That's definitely like a copyrighted song, but whatever. Skiing looks good. I mean, the visuals look good. Like when he looked up at the sky and the moon. I should play it once without fucking up. I'll go back to it. It looks nice and clean, you know? In dreams. One-to-one climbing. Traces of phantom covert ops. That game got a lot of praise. It's the end of the fracking world. That looked cool. Exclusive to PSVR. Let's go through that again because there's a few things I want to talk about. Well, a few questions I have, I guess. Let me see what you're saying about it first. Pumpkin's top is tripping me out. I'm sorry. I'll try and cover myself up. It's all green, you know? It's a nice top. I don't want to take it off. Donnie says, shh. Alexis, I like killing people in Saints and Sinners with my crossbow is so fun. Important says cartoony graphics are not for me. You fucking realistic bigot. Get to the Chopper says ND Dreams in Dreams make good games. This will be solid. It looks solid. If nothing else, it looks well polished just from that trailer. So it's very hard to say, but you know, this looks fire. Says Deej. Fuzzy Bear says demonetized. Chopper says all best games have skis. Exclusive, says Donnie. He loves to see it. This could be fun, says Decepticon. And Spencer says Disney graphs. Let's talk about bar charts and graphs in another video. There's a few things I noticed. Well, one thing anyway I noticed. I'll get to it when we get to it. So I guess first things first. Floaty hands. Some people hate this. Personally, it doesn't bother me too much. I mean, I prefer to have the realistic full body experience. But if it means it's easier for the devs to make, you know, a fun game, then fine, whatever. I'm fine with that. I do like this kind of climbing. This can be fun. I think it was in like Robinson the Journey. I thought that was pretty cool that they had climbing like that. It's been in a few games, I guess. The area looks pretty is what I meant to say. The water kind of looks nice. I mean, it is cartoony, but still, you got to keep in mind the hardware that it's running on. This shit has to run on a PS4 from 2013. So, you know, there's limits. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it... So, I guess the biggest thing was this gun that he's using. Throughout the entire trailer, they only show him using this one particular gun. I think it's even in this. Yeah, it's the same one in the, like, the official promotional art. I wonder, are you limited to this just one gun the whole game? It seems to feature prominently in the trailer and the art. It could be like Lara Croft with her twin pistols, even though she got more guns in those games, but whatever. It's got realistic reloading. Well, you know what I mean when I say realistic. I don't know if he actually slaps the magazine in, but he pulls back the cocking mechanism or whatever they call it. He cocks it. Explosion is looking good. Cover. But it seems like he's free to move wherever he wants in the environment, you know? From what I can see. And then the badass zip. What's it called? Zip line? Zip line. So what do you think? What do you think? Come on, take it off, says Donnie. Yeah, you'd like that, you pervert. But looks good and clean, says Spencer. He's talking about the graphics. Get to the Chopper says pulling back that cock is what VR is made for. They would have got amount of dough to make it PS exclusive. Well, look, that's the benefits. Well, you know what? Quest has got fucking the Zuck snatching up studios. So I think you got to spend the money. These Sonys, the Facebooks, they got to splash the cash if they want these things to succeed. You know, like, I don't think Fract is going to set the world on fire. I don't think it's going to move a particularly large amount of headsets, but it's a nice thing to have. It's nice to say, oh, hey, this looks good, and you can't have it. Quest, you little Quest bitch. I'm not talking to you directly, Chopper, you understand, but you're here, so I'm directing it towards you, you little Quest bitch. You can't have this, alright? But I'll let you have it if you let us have Phasmophobia, okay? Anyway, I love gaming and I love VR. It has so much potential, especially for us gamers. Since I started working in virtual reality many years ago, I've longed for a proper action adventure that includes the gameplay depth and freedom of traditional games with the immersion and control you only get in VR. I don't just want to play the games and watch movies on a TV when I can literally be the hero in my own... Okay, listen, this is just... they've been saying this kind of stuff since 2016. Let me get into some actual information. In Fract, we've cast the player as a hero thrown into the fight. Stuck deep inside a mountain fracking facility, the region has been taken over by an army of gun-wielding interdimensional maniacs known as, you guessed it, the Fract. I didn't guess it, actually. As the last hope for the world, you must take them down before it is all too late. We're not going for subtlety here. It is bold, brash, and uncompromising in its vision. Sorry, I said quest a few times and I get kind of choked up. The bile starts rising. And so is the gameplay. It is fast, exhilarating, and accessible. Interesting that they added accessible. I'm assuming all of this can be played from sitting down. So skiing, running, climbing, base jumping. Did we see base jumping? I don't think we did. And ziplining are all possible and all happen seamlessly and fluidly. No on-rails gameplay, which is nice. And cinematic cutscenes here. Everything is one-to-one and driven by the player's controls, movement, and actions. Combat is unconstrained too, combining free movement for outflanking foes with one-to-one grabbable cover and tactile weapon reloading. What we've shown so far is just scratching the surface. We can't wait to show the breadth and variety of the game in the coming months. So I kind of hope that refers to the weapons as well, that we've just scratched the surface there, and I hope there's lots of variety to the weapons. My smooth brain thinks it looks nice, says Donnie. It does look nice, but some people just don't like the art style of like cartoony stuff. Personally, I prefer realistic looking stuff as well. D just laughing. I can't remember what for. Quest can get zucked, says important. Chopper says agreed. In the grand scheme of VR, Sony dropped the ball a bit when competing with Oculus. They left the PSVR hanging in 2020. Is he going to make me list out all the fantastic games we got in 2020, like Dreams and the other one and that other one? Chopper says PS5 and PSVR 2 will be epic. I think you're right, Chopper. For once. Well, you were right once before when you got that PSVR 1. But you've been wrong ever since. Deej says, reminds me of what Aspire 1 should have been. Get roasted, Aspire 1. Fract equals Blood and Truth 2. I don't think so, because it has like the free mode stuff. Unless you think maybe Blood and Truth 2 will expand to be more open instead of that node-based shit that they had in the first one. Which I didn't hate, so I wasn't against that, but it's not the same, is it? So here's a few other nuggets about the game I'd like to share. This is unashamedly a true VR game, only possible with PS Move controllers. You can't do this with Quest controllers. You hear that? It is only possible with Move controllers, because the precision and the technology in those things is next level. Alright? Climbing, ziplining, reloading, and in-world interactions are all driven one-to-one by the player's hands. We couldn't do this using a traditional gamepad, and he's written us here. He's deleted us, I guess, but he meant Quest controllers as well. Whatever they call them. What do you call Quest controllers? Nobody even cares. Skiing requires you to physically lean to steer and control. As with the rest of the game, it is integrated with the combat. We'll be showing this in the weeks ahead. So skiing is integrated with combat. That'll be pretty cool. I'm sure you can have some pretty exciting set pieces on like skiing down a slope while you're shooting and shit. That could be fun. We have nicknamed the combat run and cover gunplay. We have nicknamed the combat run and cover gunplay because it mashes run and gun action with an innovative one-to-one grabbable cover system to create an all-new VR-only combat style. Not only does it play differently to what you've experienced before, it feels different too. We'll see about that. Whatever your name is, I forgot, I'm sorry. To maximize VR's 360 potential and our free movement vision, we have designed arena-style combat encounters that double down on verticality. So lots of climbing. Whilst we have aimed for a new stylish take on classic action cinema, think a 2021 version of Die Hard or Cliffhanger, below the surface there is a RoboCop-style cutting-edge satire about corporate greed and the climate change emergency. I'll buy that for $1, am I right? If Paul Verhoeven made a VR game, which would be amazing, we don't think it would be a million miles away from Fract. So there you go, RoboCop fans. Get this game. The game is getting PS5 enhancements. Ding, ding, ding. Nice. Money shot there. Those playing on PS5 can expect improved frame rates, loading times, and resolution. Very nice. For those playing on PS4 and PS4 Pro, however, the filth, the maggots in the bottom level, the ground. Never fear. It looks incredible and plays the same. That's not true. It's not true. Get yourself a PS5. We can assure you that this is a complete coincidence that the name sounds a lot like a popular/unpopular profanity. Mind your profanity. We can't wait for everyone to get their hands, blah, 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 summer, blah, blah, blah. We saw that already, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This game looks good. Looks fun. I think we can have a good time with this game. VR Demon, how you doing? Pumpkins, when are you getting into PC VR? You know, when Sony give up on PSVR, I'll get into PC VR. But it looks like they're not going to. Still, I do want to get myself a new PC soon. So maybe I'll dabble into it then, if, you know, I get filthy rich. Get to the Chopper VR says PSVR and 360 do not go together. Tell it to Iron Man VR. All you need is the algorithms, Chopper. You know, we got intelligent developers working on PSVR games that can solve these problems. Important says bitches leave. Is that a quote from RoboCop as well? I don't know. What a list of movie references, says Donnie. Okay. That's 3 down. Have we talked about 3? We have talked about 3. Next up then was I Expect You to Die 2. This kind of disappointed me because just for the fact that we already knew it existed and it was coming. And I thought they were all going to be brand new game announcements. But I still like I Expect You to Die 1. I've actually forgotten every single puzzle in that game, so it'll be nice to replay the first one before this one comes out to get back into the mood, as it were. So let's play the trailer, shall we? Right after I read whatever the most recent comment is. There wasn't a recent comment. My eyes were playing tricks. 57 seconds. They're all 57 seconds long. What's with that?
Welcome back, Agent. Now that you've recovered from your last mission, it's time to get back into the field. Only a select few know you survived, so let's use it to our advantage.
Disguises, huh?
There's been an uptick in Zoraxis activity, so you've got a lot of work to do. We're counting on your skill and cunning. You'll need both if you want to keep the world safe. And this time, Agent, you must be ready for anything. Or anyone.
Cool.
From one imposter to another. Break a leg.
The Spy and the Liar. So it's got a little subtitle for itself. Hasn't blown my socks off. I mean, it looks very much like more of the same, which is cool, because the first one was cool. But not mind blown, you know? But we'll read through this and see what we can guess. We can read what Adam Kuta, community marketing specialist from Shell Games, says about this. What do you think? Chopper says, I Expect You to Die 2 is gonna be great fun, but it's not the sort of game that generates hype. That's true. Like, nobody gets hyped over any puzzle game, really. Can I think of a puzzle game people go crazy for? Outside of mobile. I don't think I can. Portal? I guess Portal. But, this is more escape room than like a different type of puzzle. I don't know. But you're right. I think you're right. Deej, shouldn't it be called I Expect You to Die? Damn, with the number 2. Damn, Deej. Deej over here with the next level marketing strats. Evil Frenchie, how's it going? Yes, I finally caught you live. Love from France, Pumpkin. Bonjour, Evil Frenchie. Je m'appelle Petrifying Pumpkins, oui, oui. J'habite à Nice, oui, oui. Vive le fond. How you doing, Evil Franchise? Oh, shit. Frenchie, sorry, I'm losing my mind right now. I got it right the first time. Anyway, how's it going in France? I just had a French woman in my house not too long ago, actually, which is kind of a coincidence. Nothing sexual related before anyone says anything. Greetings, agents. Adam Kuta, community manager at Shell Games, reporting in with brand new intel direct from HQ. I'm honored to announce that Expect You to Die 2 will release for PSVR later this year. Was this not confirmed for PSVR or something? Is that why it's an announcement? Was it just confirmed for like other platforms that we won't speak their vile names? Maybe that's what it is. It has been more than 4 years since the award-winning... Man, that was a long time ago. I didn't think it was that long. Launched 4 years ago. That was December 2016. Damn. Fans have been requesting more content and missions ever since. We are thrilled to be coming back to PlayStation VR with a sequel, says director Charlie Ami. It was really a no-brainer. Our PSVR agents are an integral part of our community, and we can't wait for players, both new and returning, to experience the new twists, turns, perils, and puzzles I Expect You to Die 2 has to offer. Following the events of blah blah blah, we send you back to the blah blah blah, leaving nothing to chance, blah blah blah. I mean, I just want to see new... I'm not too bothered with the setup, the premise, the story. I'd like to see what like new things are going on. Take advantage of your telekinetic abilities in all new environments and surroundings. Expose the diabolical plot and learn everything about Zeraxis. Risk your life for the greater good, because remember, we expect you to die. We have plenty more surprises and information in store for you as we get closer to release, but until then there's more to uncover and decipher in these images. Perhaps even within this very article. Whoa. Okay, which one of you fuckers is staying sharp? What do you see? What do your eyes see? Death Engine. Capitalized DE. You know, I'll let you solve the puzzle. This is not for me to solve right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. I'm not excited for it. So I'm not like losing my mind or anything like that. But it's a nice game to add to the collection. Ooh woo, says Evil Frenchie. Oh man, damn, I gotta ban you for that now. Deej is so punny, says Donnie. Loop Guru? Loupe Guru? Oui oui. Villager. Je m'appelle Villager. That was good times. Good times. Evil Frenchie, if you don't know what we're talking about, we played Werewolves with him before. And we joined a group of French players and we pretended to be French. And somehow they were able to see through our disguise, even though our French was impeccable. Magnifique, you might say. Pumpkin can't lose what you don't have. Your mind. Damn, Donnie, fucking roasting me over here. Alright, this next one I think is probably my... I don't want to say my favorite, but the most interesting. This one has the most potential to be a lot of fun on the channel, I think, streaming. So this one is called Zenith. It is a massively multiplayer online game for PlayStation VR. Now, there is drawbacks to it, which I'll get into. But let's just see what... Let me see if we can watch the trailer first, and then we can talk about it, I guess. Is there a trailer here? Or did they just release clips? Was there not a trailer? I guess there's not a trailer. I could have sworn I saw a trailer. Let me check the YouTube, shall I? Almost certainly going to crash the laptop now, but whatever. Play. Hey, why my thumbnail not showing up? Uh-oh. Wrong thing. PlayStation. I specifically set a thumbnail for this and it doesn't seem to be showing up. Where are you? Zenith, here we go.
Rated T for teen.
I'm not full screening this because it'll crash the laptop
doomed
for sure.
to a worse fate than our ancestors?
Ramen.
I remember learning about the corruption from long ago.
Good old corruption. That's Horizon Zero Dawn
Darkness that
soundtrack
enveloped
playing in the
land
background there.
and created the fracture. We believed that our world had fallen.
Zenith, the Last City is its full name.
But we rose above it.
I know you're probably thinking, why the hell am I interested in this game? Because it's not selling me so far. But we get there. Here. Here you go. Just dicking around with your friends. Look how stupid they look. Just gliding around. Look at this. Hours of fun with friends. And it's MMO. We can have the whole Pumpkin Patch squad in here. I don't know what the exact player count is. We'll read the
Our
article.
champions stepped forward to save us from ruin. Their courage made us whole again. We live in an era of peace, but it is coming to an end. The corruption is back, and it is even stronger than before.
That sounds like
This
Muzz,
time,
doesn't it?
We are far outnumbered.
I think Muzz narrated this trailer. right, yeah.
Will you break us free from this fate?
I'll probably just mess around with Decepticon, to be honest with you. That didn't break the stream. Okay, so what do you think of that? Donnie says, I've been keeping up with Zenith for months. I am in a Discord with a group that's been helping the devs throughout the beta. Looks like it has potential. Decepticon says, if the multiplayer is good, this should be entertaining. Muzz, the narrator, it sounds like him, you know? He has that generic North American voice though, so who knows? So immerse yourself alongside others in a colorful open world featuring thrilling action RPG gameplay. So the negatives about this straight away is that it's very fucking anime. You know, it's JRPG. The J stands for Japanese. I don't want to be biggest, but that anime style is kind of off-putting for me personally. But Tsuki's gonna shit his pants when he sees this, or cream his pants, I guess. Our team loves anime, MMOs, and VR, but there was nothing out there that combined all three for a satisfying experience. We set out to build Zenith because it was the game we wanted to play, and because we believed that many of you would feel the same way. So the world. I got questions about the world in terms of like, they call it open world, but is it like huge? You know, like most MMOs seem to have like massive open worlds to house all these people. I want to know about player counts. I hope they address all that in this article. So let's just keep reading. Zenith is a VR MMO that marries a colorful open world with adrenaline-pumping action adventure gameplay. Our game has beautiful handcrafted environments that you'll spend hours getting lost in, from lush canopies in the Amorite forest to turquoise blue waters at the radiant coast to the hyper-futuristic city of Zenith itself. We've built a stylized fantasy world dripping with detail. It's going to be dripping with something else soon, am I right? Of course, beautiful scenery is only one part of making Zenith feel like a living world. We've also invested lots of time on lore, infusing the setting with intricate details to bring to life. I'm sure the lore will be, well, I don't expect it to be good because it's based on anime. You know, when's the last time you've seen a good story in an anime? Set generations after a cataclysmic event known only as the Fracture, players will be drawn into an engrossing tale as they fight man and gods alike to prevent catastrophe from striking again, using the power of essence, the magical lifeblood of all living beings. Players will grow increasingly powerful as they adventure together. So it sounds like leveling up, even though they don't say leveling up. Meeting a colorful cast of champions and villains along the way. So the movement. With such a massive world, we also wanted to give you unparalleled freedom of movement. So, in Zenith, you can climb anything. So this sounds to me like Population 1. You can just go up to a wall and start climbing. It seems like that's what you can do here too. Use your hands to climb up the sides of skyscrapers or giant cliff faces, discovering secret areas and searching for hidden treasure. You have limited stamina, which increases as you explore the world, so you'll need to plan your ascent carefully. I wonder, did they take that from Breath of the Wild, where you can climb anything as well and you got stamina to worry about. So, soar through the skies using our gliding system to quickly fly to distant areas of the map, get the drop on some enemies, or just take in the views. So, let's talk about combat. Let me read the comments first. Does anything interesting pop up? Whoa. Jackpot says, could be fun, especially because it's multiplayer. That's the, like, if this was single player, I'd be like, no, get this away from me. This is for degenerates. People who should be on sex offender lists should be playing this game. But it's got multiplayer. We can all be in there together, so it sounds like a good time. I'm just hoping it's like not riddled with microtransactions and stuff like that. Pumpkin, a bigot? Never. Who's calling me a bigot? Am I a bigot? Decepticon says, lols, Google moderator team. What? Dripping with moisture. I'm so confused what's going on. The most amazing open world doesn't mean squat if we don't have a deep core game loop to keep you satisfied for hours. I kind of like how they acknowledge that, even though it's just words, but still. And that's exactly what we aim to deliver with our hyper-immersive combat system that's only possible in virtual reality. A lot of that going around these days. Only possible. This enemy's weight is only possible in virtual reality, whatever that means. So we got some combat going on here. Looks very much like, okay, you're blocking Gollum style combat, or maybe Until You Fall style combat. Excuse me. So, while many MMORPGs feel like spreadsheet simulators, Zenith feels tactile and simple to learn. Instead of learning a million formulas about damage, you'll be mastering intuitive mechanics like throwing, blocking, and dodging. Parry the cold steel of your enemy's blade. Slam your staff like a wizard. Oh, that would be cool, actually. Gandalf. I'm going to be a Gandalf guy in this game, I think. I don't want to have to swing my arms. I hit my hand against the wall. I got no space. But I can slam my staff down. I can do that. And even dodge arrows while slowing time. That sounds cool. How's that going to work online? You can slow down time. Will that slow it down for everyone? Or what? Anyway, questions. Mastery of blade and magic in Zenith takes both time and practice as you learn how to launch the perfect combination of attacks, blocks, and spells while fighting a variety of powerful enemies that will test your mettle. For your perseverance, you'll be rewarded with rare and powerful weapons and abilities that will help you reach the heights of power. So this part I'm most interested in right here. I highlighted everything else. Massively multiplayer. Let's talk about that. So, no MMO would be complete without the massively multiplayer ingredient, and we're no exception. The social experience is especially important to us as developers because we believe that online games can empower people and build relationships as strong as real life. No joke, I got married to my wife in Final Fantasy XIV before we got married in real life. Okay. You boys interested in finding some brides? I'll hook you up with some brides, alright? Join my pumpkin patch squad. Zenith will feature loads of party content, including epic world bosses, public events, and dungeons. Particularly challenging content will require careful coordination, and that's where our guild system comes into focus. Start your own guild with your friends and rise to prominence, or join an established guild to conquer Zenith's greatest challenges. Okay. A pumpkin patch guild? Who's down? Who's down for that? That sounds fun. Alexis Diaz says if they can do that game for PSVR, then they can come out with Population 1. Well, Population 1, they've confirmed that they wanted to come to PSVR. I think they're working on it. They just don't have a release date yet. Staff slamming. What's the age rating on this game? Don't worry about it. So Gnosis, how he never mentioned player count. So that's kind of a concern for me. But the trailer did show off quite a few players, so I'm not too worried about that. So, customize classes to fit your playstyle. So, one of the joys of VR is that it gives you a chance to completely reinvent yourself. We crafted our class system to do just that. In Zenith, your class doesn't dictate what role you play. Roles aren't tied to your class. Well, this is some boring shit here. Well, not boring, but, waffle. We love MMORPGs and RPGs. Some might even call us an obsession. Working on Zenith has been a dream realized for all of us. We are honored to have a chance to build this world. Can't wait for you to visit. Please let us know what you're excited about in the comments below. So yeah, a little bit suspicious that he didn't mention a player count. Like he went out of his way to say that, no MMO will be complete without the massively multiplayer ingredient, and we're no exception. But then he doesn't mention how many people. Can I have the entire Pumpkin Patch squad in here? Is there going to be like Destiny where there's a social area where everyone can gather, but then actually out in the world it's only like 2 of you or 3 of you or whatever? I got questions. Pumpkin Patch Guild, where do I sign up? What line do I stand in? I don't know. We'll find out. Fozzie Bear, looks great. I would love for you to slam my staff. Join the guild, Fozzie Bear. Everyone who joins my guild gets free staff slamming. That's my promise. Let's back that ass up. So I'm actually really excited for this. I don't think they gave a date or anything, did they? I'm not going back in. I'm too lazy. Fuck it, I will. Did they give a date? I don't think they did. No. I hope this comes out before PSVR 2 comes out. The only thing, my worry about this is that I hope they're not biting off more than they can chew. Like trying to get this running on a PSVR 1 2013 PlayStation hardware. Anyway, let's move on to the last announcement we got today, which wasn't technically like a brand new announcement. We knew this game was coming after the fall by Vertigo Games, the same guys who made Arizona Sunshine, which I think a lot of us enjoyed. And this, it says here, from the creators of Arizona Sunshine, After the Fall brings fast-paced co-op first-person shooter action to PSVR. So, survive as long as you can in this post-apocalyptic showdown. This comes from Tam2 Bui, community manager at Vertical Games. Probably said that name wrong, but whatever. Hey everyone, I'm Tam2, community manager at Vertical Games, and today I have some exciting news to share with PSVR fans. Ever since we first revealed After the Fall, our team has quietly worked a way to bring you the most thrilling viewer co-op action first-person shooter that will pit you and your friends against a post-apocalyptic VR world in a raging fight for survival. Today we're excited to announce that After the Fall is coming soon to PSVR with full cross-platform multiplayer support. There we go. That's a cool little bit of information. To celebrate, we have released an all-new cinematic trailer which introduces the 4 heroes of After the Fall, as they have left the semi-comfort of their underground hideouts to venture out into the treacherous ice-covered Snowbreed territory above. Alright, we'll give this a watch, I guess. Let me read some comments that I missed. Decepticon says 4-player. Nobody will buy it. It'll just be me and you. It better not. No, it can't be 4-player. Well, I guess it could be 4-player like out in the world. And then like 20-player in the social hub or whatever. Griefa is here. How you doing, Griefa? How's life in County Kerry treating you? Important says, join my guild and all your wildest dreams will come true. Man, I said that once in college and they made me what's the word? They made me a thing. I can't remember the word. A thing that you vote for in college. I don't know. It'll come to me. The word moderator is in my head, but it's not moderator. It's because I'm thinking of streaming. Anyway, important. I read that. Donnie, free what? Question mark. Wasn't listening, but I'm in. I don't think I said free, did I? Did I say free? No, I don't think I said free. Christopher Hart says we will definitely get aim control support with some or all of these games announced today. Definitely for not Demon Souls. Doom 3 definitely has aim support. Brian Smith says Pumpkins. How you doing, Brian Smith? The guitarist Brian Smith. He's actually quite good. I've listened to his work. Important says Hall Monitor. Prom King? No, it's neither of those. I think it starts with M. M keeps coming into my mind. It's going to annoy me now until I figure it out. Anyway, let's watch this trailer, shall we? Vertical presents.
Wow. Not creepy at all.
Stay focused.
All right,
Find what
CG.
you can, and
CG
get out
trailer.
here. Let's go. Roger that.
Okay. LA 2004. 20 years after the fall.
Find what you can.
So 2004 minus 20.
Frozen blood.
1984? Is that what the world is going to look like?
Oh shit. Malia! Are you okay? Malia?
Got something more than looting coming. Run!
Take this! I like that guy.
You still got the launcher. Have some freaking movement and light them up. Oh, crap.
Over here, get in quick! Come on! Smasher incoming!
Got a big boy. And throws like a girl.
Too close.
Going to the mall sure hits differently these days, don't you think?
Summer 2021. Okay. So I don't like that it was a CG trailer. But I will say it's kind of unusual to see a CG trailer for a virtual reality game, isn't it? It's not often that really happens. So I get the feeling maybe this game has like a bit of a budget behind us, which is kind of exciting. I was expecting the PSVR version, the co-op on that, to be significantly fucked compared to the PC version, but it seems like because it's got crossplay, it seems like they're keeping 4-player. Like that whole trailer was 4 players working together, so it's cool that the PS4 or PSVR version didn't suffer. But yeah, what are we saying? I'm great. How are you, says Brian Smith. I'm doing fantastic, Brian Smith. Comptroller says important. The fat comptroller. Donnie says, yes, you said free. Oh, sorry, free staff slamming. Yeah, sorry about that, Donnie. Listen, don't worry about it. It was funny to you. That's all that matters. Lunch lady says Decepticon. What that monster do to get his one arm so big, Donnie? Slamming staffs, Donnie. That's what happens. Decepticon says, I hope they change the body movement from Arizona's Sunshine, although it is comical. That's when you see other players in the game, though, isn't it? I've never done co-op, and I've never done the Horde mode, so I've never actually seen another human in that game, I don't think. Anyway, now that you've watched the cinematic trailer, which we have together, we'll consider your memory refreshed on what snowbreeds are, the ferocious undead creatures that are roaming the frozen remains of an alternate 1980s LA. Though they are undead, they are nothing like the average zombie. Snowbreed are terrifying, ferocious monsters that move around in hordes. That sounds like a zombie to me. Not unlike a pack of wolves, waiting to strike in big numbers, and while you try to keep your head cool, fending off these huge hordes with your friends at your back, you will want to watch and listen for the more twisted types. From towering brutes that can instantly flatten you with a strike of their huge ice fist, to decapitators that will grab you by the neck to pull you off the ground. What's this guy doing? Is that just like a frozen NPC or something? Aside from the cinematics trailer, sometime during the next couple of weeks, okay, sounds good, we'll be revealing an all-new gameplay trailer showing off what to expect when you're venturing out into the world of After the Fall with your friends, players you meet in camp, or the friendly AI companions, that will be at your side if you're going at it solo. Keep your eyes peeled. Damn, sick pun. Armed with full VR motion controls on dual PS Move controllers, or the PS Aim controller, ding ding ding, another aim controller game, I'll take that, thank you very much. After the Fall will make you feel like your favorite slightly overpowered 1980s action hero as you engage in the game's high-paced combat with real-life movements. Aside from the more conventional weapon types, you'll be able to gear up with weaponry and tools that are heavily inspired by rooted in 1980s culture. Unlocked that iconic cassette player turned missile launcher to keep the hordes at bay? ? Don't rest on your laurels just yet, because no mission will play the same twice. Will keep you on your toes whether it's your first playthrough or 50th. So it sounds like a lot of replayability going on. I would imagine modifiers or something like that is what they're hinting at there. Want to prep for the most intense VR apocalypse experience and take the city's future into your hands. Round up your friends, blah 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 blah, blah, etc. etc. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So Doom, I'm giving that a 7.5 on the moisture scale. Song in the Smoke. I don't know why. I'm gonna have a lot of trouble remembering this title's name. Song in the Smoke. I've already tripped up a few times. I'm giving this one an 8.5 on the moisture scale because it looks really cool. In terms of like the viewer interactions, looks really well done. Fracked, I'll give that a solid 8 on the moisture scale. I Expect You to Die 2, I'm giving that a 6.5 because I already knew and it looks more of the same. Even though it's still solid, that's why it's still pretty decent, 6.5. Zenith, I'm giving this the 9. This is the 9 for me on the moisture scale because of the potential of just messing around with friends and streaming and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of potential here, and we don't have an MMO on PSVR. I just hope that this is truly an MMO and they're not just calling us an MMO with like 20 players. And After the Fall, I've got a CG trailer, not really much information. That's going to be 5.5 on the moisture scale. You didn't ask for rankings, but I'm giving them to you anyway. Okay? Trent Stanley, how you doing? What's up, pump? And what the fuck is how you doing, Trent Stanley? Alexis Diaz. He was masturbating. That's why his arms grow so big, lol. Got Alexis Diaz, that's a good one. Good times. So yeah, they call these things VR Spotlights. When did the last one happen? The last time this happened was when they revealed Minecraft. And they did one announcement every day. This time they did them all on the one day in the space of like 2.5 hours, which is much better if you ask me. But unlike last time, yeah, so we can link back to that and we see what date that was. September 7th, okay. In the back of my mind, I was like, that hasn't been a year already. Is this like a yearly thing that they do? But no. So September, October, November, December, January, February. We're talking five months and a bit. So, is that kind of like an indicator of how often these things are going to be? What I don't like about these is that they just don't give you much notice. I wish they gave us like a heads up yesterday saying, hey, PSVR fans, keep an eye on the PlayStation blog at whatever time tomorrow for some cool news. And I would have been like, yeah, nice, let's do it. I could have a stream prepared, we could have some good times, but no. So yeah, I guess that's everything. How long have I been streaming for? I don't even know. Is there anything else to say or talk about? Oh, I guess we could talk about the news that was from a couple of days ago, which I never got to cover in a video, so I guess I'll do it now. Impulse Gear teasing their new game, which I'm not too sure is going to be Farpoint 2 now, based on what they've shown. Impulse Gear. And like, take a look at their new avatar. This is going to be important, but we'll see this in the article that they post. So, let's pull this up. So, as you may have heard already, Farpoint is going to be the March, like one of the March PS Plus games alongside Final Fantasy, Remnant, and Maquette, whatever the hell that is. So they mentioned that a little bit, which is fine, whatever. So the important thing is down here. So, in addition, a bit of news from us. After a year of working remotely, more on that in the next post, we're just about ready to announce our next title. So the announcement is coming very soon. We mentioned in a previous post that we've been iterating on different ideas and developing something special. As many of you have guessed, it is a virtual reality game, so it's nice to have that confirmed. It is a virtual reality game. That's in the bag. And it arrives this year, which is also, well, you know what? This might disappoint some people. If some people were hoping that they were going to wait to have like a PSVR 2 launch game, then this kind of rules that out. There's no way it's going to be on PSVR 2 because PSVR 2 isn't coming out this year, outside of backwards compatibility or whatever. So this means they're not going to have a game ready in time for the PSVR 2's launch, you would imagine. Unless they're able to develop a game in a year, or maybe they have like two teams working on two things. I don't know, I guess. But anyway, let me keep reading. We will be making a full reveal and announcement soon, and we wanted you, our fans, to be the first to know. And then they posted this image below, which I don't think is like their logo or anything, is it? It doesn't look like an I or a G to me. I would imagine this is whatever their new project is. It could be Farpoint 2 on PSVR 1. Could be. I'm not going to say it's not. But I'm not familiar with this logo. I don't know what the speculation is. I haven't really looked into it on Reddit or whatever to see what people are saying. But it's definitely interesting. Donnie says a Diaz. That's what I was hinting to. Oh, sorry, Alexis Diaz. Decepticon says Adam hating them NFTs. Lol. You talking about Adam Words? I didn't read what he tweeted there, but I don't know what NFTs are. Trent, lol. I'm already water slide moist from all the news from today. Hella shiny Horizon 4 PSVR 1 and 2. Hella shiny Horizon for PlayStation 1 and 2, or PSVR 1 and 2. I agree 100%. Any thoughts on this? Is this like a hint? A clue? What does it look like? This kind of looks like a star, I guess. Stars are found in space, which is where Farpoint took place in for some parts. You know, what do you think this looks like? Or what does it mean? I can't really tell. If I zoom out a little bit, because I can get the whole thing in that way. No. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, you click? Oh, shit!
Violence to bring peace with the leeches of Alano. We know the way. It is this way. To the left, and then inwards.
Was this... Do people know about this? Whoa, go back. You click on it, and it takes you to a SoundCloud file. Crypto art. All the coins are up. Did you see this shit? Let's see that again.
You have traveled in violence to bring peace with the leeches of Alamo. Alamo. We know the way. It is this way. To the left, and then inwards.
What? Can you get that again? Hell is Satan. Why does it keep playing music afterwards? Stop that.
You have traveled in violence to bring.
You have traveled in violence. Is that what he said?
You have traveled in violence to bring.
You have trouble and violence to bring?
You have traveled in violence to bring peace.
You have trouble and violence to bring peace.
Leeches of Alamo.
Beaches of Anano or something.
Alamo. We know the way.
We know the way.
It is this way.
It is this way.
To the left.
To the left.
Then inwards.
And then I don't hear what he says after. Stop that shit. Pissing me off. Last stake says Sony figure out how to get PS5 to be regular with this will be amazing. I know, yeah. They got some problems. Trouble and violence to bring peace. Is this news? Has somebody figured this out already? Did anyone else click on the image? Or is this like something we just stumbled on? Did we just blow the lid off this whole thing?
Trouble and violence.
Let me go back. Let me go back to the beginning.
You have trouble and violence to bring peace with the leeches of Alamo. Alamo. We know the way. It is this way. To the left, and then inwards.
So you can see it's been played 183 times. I think. That's Wally, says Alexis Diaz. Decepticon post on the link in the chat. The logo is the letter L. Does that mean the way is to the left? I guess it kind of does look like an L.
Trouble and violence to bring peace.
You have... It sounds like he says you've traveled in violence to bring peace.
Trouble and violence to bring peace with the leeches of Alamo. Alamo.
What's that word? Kuminami or something it sounds like.
We know the way. Alamo. 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 Alamo.
Tickle on me.
Alamo. We know the way. It is this way. To the left, and then inwards.
I mean, does any of that sound like Farpoint isms? Did you hear any of that in Farpoint? The beaches of something. He's talking about bringing peace. It's probably an in-game place. But why would they go to the trouble of putting this out there if there isn't something interesting to glean from it, if you know what I mean? Surely it's a hint at something we should already know.
Trouble and violence to bring peace with the leeches of Alamo. Alamo. We know the way. It is this way. To the left, and then inwards.
And what's the very last thing he says?
Inwards. And then 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 inwards.
And then he words?
And then inwards.
And
then inwards.
any words?
And then inwards.
And then inwards. And then inwards.
To the left, and then inwards.
To the left and then inwards. He's given directions to something.
It is this way. To the left, and then inwards.
Alright. Yes, Fozzie Bear got us. Inquiring minds want to know, and then inwards. Alright, interesting. I might split this fucking stream up and put this part separately as its own clip in case we got some breaking news here. I don't know. That's interesting. I can't figure out what it means, but maybe you guys can. Anyway, I wasn't expecting anything to happen when I clicked on that picture, except for like the picture to expand. This is what I wanted to look at. So that's interesting. Who knows what it means? Anyway. So yeah. A new game from Impulse Gear. Keep in mind, these are the guys who created the aim controller. If it wasn't for them, the aim controller would not exist. Specifically for Farpoint. Farpoint, an excellent game. So even if it isn't a follow-up to Farpoint, I'm still expecting something good from them. Now, my only worry is that it's not a PSVR game. It could be like a Quest or PC VR game or something disgusting like that. That would be heartbreaking, but hopefully that's not something that will happen. So yeah. Folding time. Folding time. Alright, I guess I'll end the stream there, lads and ladies, and then when this finishes processing, I'll split that shit up. I'll upload it again separately on the channel and fucking reap in all them clicks and, you know, whatnot. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for accompanying me through this excellent day for PlayStation VR. Until next time, you know, stay moist. Let me just read this real quick before I go. Zoner, play to the left backwards and then new words. Alright, Zoner's finding some crazy things in there. GG, says Fozzie Bear. Oh my god, wow. Think it's something in Farpoint 2, an alias planning something. Maybe. Sounds like an alien creature talking. A weird voice anyway. Deej says awesome stream. Thank you, Deej. Geisen, GG, GG, Jackpot, GG, Donnie, GG, everyone. Mind yourselves.
What the fuck is this?